Have you ever caught yourself talking when nobody else was around? Maybe you're driving home, preparing for an important meeting, replaying an argument that happened yesterday, or practicing a conversation that hasn't even happened yet. You stop, look around, and wonder, am I the only person who does this? What if I told you? Not only is talking to yourself completely normal, it could actually be one of the smartest things your brain does. I'm Ethan Carter. Tonight, we're uncovering one of the most misunderstood behaviors every human experiences, the strange habit of talking to ourselves. Why do we do it? Is it a sign of intelligence, or something else entirely? Let's find out. For centuries, people believed that talking to yourself was a sign that something was wrong. Movies often portrayed it as strange. Society made people feel embarrassed about it, so most of us learned to keep those conversations private. But modern science tells a very different story. In fact, researchers have discovered that almost everyone talks to themselves, whether they realize it or not. Sometimes out loud, most often silently inside the mind. Your brain is constantly processing thousands of thoughts every single day: plans, memories, problems, decisions, emotions. Sometimes, those thoughts become so complex that your brain gives them a voice. By speaking your thoughts, even quietly, your brain organizes information more efficiently. It's almost like having a meeting with yourself. Psychologists call this self-directed speech. Children do it all the time. Watch a young child building a tower with blocks. They'll often say, "This one goes here." "No, not that one. Try again." They're not talking because someone is listening. They're talking because it helps their brain solve problems. Here's the surprising part. Adults never completely stop doing this. We simply become quieter about it. Scientists have performed fascinating experiments. People asked to complete difficult tasks often performed better when they quietly talked themselves through each step. Simple phrases like, "Focus," "Take your time," "You've got this," actually improved performance. Your own voice can become one of your brain's most powerful tools. Talking to yourself also helps regulate emotions. Imagine receiving terrible news or making a huge mistake. Inside your mind, a conversation immediately begins. "What should I do? It'll be okay. I've been through worse." These internal conversations help reduce stress, process emotions, and regain control. Without them, many emotional situations would feel much more overwhelming. Even professional athletes use self-talk. Olympic runners, basketball players, golf champions, they constantly coach themselves during competition. One sentence, one reminder, one instruction at exactly the right moment. It's not a weakness, it's a performance strategy. But there's another mystery. Why do some people speak out loud, while others keep the conversation completely inside their heads? Scientists believe personality plays a role. Stress levels matter too, and sometimes the environment around us changes how much we speak aloud. Interestingly, people who spend long periods alone often talk out loud more frequently, not because they're losing touch with reality, but because the human brain naturally seeks conversation, even if that conversation is with itself. Of course, there is an important difference. Healthy self-talk helps you think, solve problems, and manage emotions. But if someone begins hearing voices they believe come from outside themselves, that's a completely different experience, and it can require professional medical evaluation. Understanding this difference is important because healthy self-talk is something millions of people experience every single day. Perhaps the greatest surprise of all is that talking to yourself isn't a sign of weakness. It isn't a sign of loneliness. And it certainly isn't something to be ashamed of. In many situations, it's evidence that your brain is working exactly as it was designed to work: planning, learning, adapting, growing, one conversation at a time. The next time you catch yourself quietly talking, don't feel embarrassed. Instead, remember, you're listening to one of the oldest conversations you'll ever have, the conversation between you and your own mind. I'm Ethan Carter. Thank you for watching. If this documentary changed the way you think about yourself, please like, subscribe, and join me as we uncover extraordinary mysteries hidden inside ordinary life. Until next time, stay curious, because sometimes the most fascinating person you'll ever talk to is yourself.